What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel, MMA AJ's Corner with me, AJ. This is a little video voicing my opinions on the Paddy Pimblett versus Michael Chandler fight. Chandler now 2-5 in UFC. His only wins a quick knockout against Hooker, which if they fought now, I don't think that would we know what would happen. And a win against the shell of the ghost of the shadow of the withering husk of Tony Ferguson. I hate to say that. Tony's probably he is one of my top 5 favourite fighters of all time. On his run, he was my favourite fighter. It's just, I mean, just seeing what he's happened going on the BJ Penn route has been heartbreaking, and I feel he is going to end up like BJ, thinking his mum's an imposter and shit, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I've got absolutely nothing but respect for Tony. He poured out his heart quite literally and soul quite literally for our entertainment and enjoyment. That Justin Gaethje fight, man, just altered his whole career, his whole future life. I think that really altered a lot, definitely. But we're here to talk about Paddy versus Chandler. I mean, Chandler did not look good. I don't know what's happened with Chandler. I mean, I watched this fight with Eddie Alvarez in Bellator, and he was such a good fighter. And then I watched him lose to Will Brooks twice. It's crazy. And then get knocked out by Pitbull and things like that. It's such a strange one, Chandler, because he seems to have all the ability in the world, the explosiveness, the power, the strength. He's built like an action figure. And he is a great fighter. I think he almost had Charlie Olives out. You could have stopped that fight. Like I always say, you could have stopped that fight and no one would have complained. I mean, look at the Woodson stoppage, for Christ's sake. You're telling me you couldn't have stopped the Charlie Olives fight? Of course you could have. But man, he's 2-5 now in UFC, and like I said, his win against Tony, he got dropped in, and that's not even Tony Ferguson. You can't say that's a win against Tony Ferguson because he's just not. Hooker fight, he caught him early, and that was when Hooker was still on a bit of a bad streak. I feel like Hooker's reborn now, renewed, re-energized. We know what would happen if he fought Hooker now. Man, the guy's only fought the best, and I think Paddy is better than what we all thought. But I mean, as good as Paddy was, that's how bad Chandler was. He did that weird thing again where he got hit and he got hurt, and he just lost all composure and panicked and just started running around the octagon. It's just so strange. It's like almost like he's looking like something's falling out of his pocket as well. It was crazy to watch. I mean, him do that again. But man, I think Chandler should retire because I mean, unless he's getting crazy money and he's going to get paid big to fight sort of the likes of Benoit Saint-Denis, Grant Dawson, Bahamondes, Fiziev, Moicano, these sorts of guys, which they're probably all going to beat him. At this point, I think his record's 20-10. He's really sullying his legacy. He's just another guy that UFC have made Bellator look crap out over again. Like Pitbull, he's 37. Like, do you know what I mean? And they give him one of the worst possible stylistic matchups they could have. But you know that's what they're going to do. What are they going to get out of Pitbull at 37? Nothing other than the only thing they're going to get out of Pitbull is showing that, oh look, Bellator, 2-weight, multiple time, 3-time Bellator featherweight champion, 1-time Bellator lightweight champion, best Bellator fighter of all time, can't even beat our number 5 ranked featherweight who couldn't beat Frankie Edgar a few years back. Do you know what I mean? Like that's and I get it. You're going to do what's best for business. It is what it is. But man, Paddy did look really good, and I'm not going to lie, we need to see Paddy against 5 and up now. He needs to be fighting Poirier, Holloway, Gaethje, or Oliveira, or Sarukian. And I think straight away, I was thinking before if he won, and now even more, especially considering he done a better job than against Chandler than all the other guys. I mean, Poirier, Gaethje, I don't want to see those fights. I think Paddy wins those fights. I'm not even going to lie. I hate saying that, but I think Paddy wins those fights. Because, you know, Gaethje and Poirier, they can be taken down. They're not great. They're not great wrestlers. I mean, Gaethje has that great wrestling background, but he's just not a good wrestler in MMA. He's just not. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's okay, but he's not like what his amateur career should suggest. Do you know what I mean? So we need to see him against Charlie Olives. Throw him in against Charlie Olives, and if he wins that fight, let's throw him in against Makhachev. But I still think Paddy is a Timo version of Makhachev, whereas he's a great grappler, great ground guy, great top control, not the best striking. And that's what Islam is, but a much better version. I mean, we know Islam's striking's come a lot better. Islam's striking is pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. I think it's just Islam is so good on the ground that it sort of overshadows his striking, if that makes sense. But look, Islam, we can never forget, he has been sparked out. There's always that there. He has been sparked out. I mean, honestly, if someone fell out when they threw Paddy in, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. Because, I mean, that performance was so dominant. And, I mean, I feel like Chandler was a bit broken. He did become broken in the fight. And but I mean that top control, it looked like there was a building on top of him. I'm not gonna lie. When he got mount, I was like when I was in France watching Moicano and Saint Denis. When Moicano got on top and started dropping those elbows down on Moicano, on Saint Denis, sorry, it was insane to be there in person and watch it and sort of almost hear it. It was just, you're like, whoa, this is like some serious damage he's putting on this guy. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, they rushed Chandler out the cage. I don't know what was wrong with his face. I feel bad because his missus and kid come to watch him. And yeah, I mean, hopefully his missus, after round one, or like halfway through round two or whatever the hell was going on, she probably took the kid and just, got him out of there. Hopefully, anyway, for both their sakes. I don't know why people bring their family members to the fight. Whether you win or lose, do you want to see your kid to see you whooping someone's ass or getting your ass whooped? Is that really what you want to be doing? Not for me to say. It's obviously their own choice, but I don't think you should be taking family members or kids to your fights. Definitely not. Maybe take your girlfriend if it gives you that extra thing, but do you really want to get your ass whooped in front of your girlfriend? Not that she's not going to see it anyway on the replays and stuff, but I think it just adds another layer of pressure and, like, do you really need that? So yeah, that's just my little video, my little 2 cents on this. I mean, it's exciting times. I mean, Paddy just keeps proving us wrong. I genuinely thought he was going to get knocked out, but as bad as Chandler looked in this fight, I mean, Paddy looked good, and all we can say is, look, it wasn't that long ago when Chandler was having these close, great fights back and forth with these other guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that fight with Gaethje, back and forth, back and forth. The Chandler fight was the Poirier fight, back and forth. I had Poirier in all kinds of trouble. Charlie Oliveira in all kinds of trouble. Paddy didn't get touched. He destroyed him. I mean, I know, how much worse is Chandler now, all of a sudden, than he was in those fights? He can't be that much worse. Paddy destroyed him. I can't believe I'm saying this. Paddy destroyed. He did a better job against Michael Chandler than any of the others. All the others all had moments of danger. I think probably the guy who had the least danger was maybe Gaethje or something like that, or I guess Charles in the most recent fight. But look at that fight. It went 5 rounds and just, he just sort of controlled him. But that was it. Paddy destroyed this guy. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying these words again. Paddy destroyed him. I mean, can you imagine now if Paddy Pimblett... I can't believe I'm going to say this. Can you imagine if Paddy Pimblett beats Islam Makhachev? Like, I'll have to sort of think, am I in the Matrix? Do I need to wake up? Like, what is going on here? Like, I honestly want Paddy to beat Charles, because we've seen Charles in Islam. We know what's going to probably happen. Charles probably gets subbed out again. As good as Charles is at submission games, he has been tapped a lot as well. I mean, let's not forget, Ante Pettis went down to 145 and tapped his ass out. Do you know what I mean? Guillotined him against the cage or whatever, didn't he? And even Brian Stan was saying, look, if you're going to make out like some special Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy and making submissions named after you, you can't be getting submitted like that by Ante Pettis. And he was right. But man, if I want to see Paddy versus Islam, I think we all do. It'd be insane to watch, and I think Paddy does lose that fight, even after this, he does. But I don't think he loses it that bad. I think Paddy would maybe win a round, maybe 2, maybe go to a decision. I don't know. But it's exciting times for these divisions, for these lower weight classes. Things are heating up. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.